So firstly, humor needs to be something we uncover in a speech rather than try to insert into a speech. And sometimes it's only through writing and rewriting and rehearsing a speech that we start to uncover the humorous moments. But in terms of making it accessible to an international audience, there is the concept of what we call connection in a speech, universal connection points. And so this is difficult because I knew, and I can honestly tell you, I think the only reason I won in 2021 was that I had access via Zoom to international coaching. And so I heard someone who wasn't from Africa telling me what was working about my speech. So firstly, find people, and you can visit clubs virtually, test the humor in other clubs and hear what the gaps are for them. So that's a big one. But when you have universal connection points in a speech, it means you're talking about something that everyone, everywhere can relate to. And I will use my semi-final speech. I started it with, raise your hand if when you were a teenager, your mother ever gave you unwanted advice. I think across the world, most people are going to, yes, my mom did that. And then I said, raise your other hand if you later realized she was right. Because do you agree, we've all had that experience. It's a universal connection point. So our humor needs to be universal. It needs to speak to things about parents, relationships, frustrations in work, the traffic, things that other people can identify with. We can't use local lingo with an international audience. And that's why sometimes in South Africa, we've got top comedians who South Africa is always going to be their market because their humor is South African. And then we have people like Trevor Noah who learned how to take their humor internationally. But test it with international audiences and talk about things that anyone, anywhere has probably gone through.